So this clip is taken from a press conference given by the Utah governor. There were also some notable law enforcement personnel that were present. Behind them is FBI Director Kash Patel. This is right after they caught the shooter of Charlie Kirk. This governor said something, and I like to call it the wake-up call to the dum-dums.
And for 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us. That somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country.
I want everybody to focus closely on Kash Patel's face. Kash Patel obviously is of Middle Eastern descent. I'm not sure where he's from. Notice the look on his face as the white supremacist Utah Jazz governor lets him know, lets the whole world know, we wish it was somebody else. Because we were hoping, I was hoping and praying it wasn't going to be one of us white bread, farm bred people. Now check it out.
I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us. That somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I hoped for.
Look at Kash Patel's reaction, son. You see his eyes? You see how angry he got for a second? For a second, he remembered, oh shit, they talking about me. Before we go any further, let me let you know, the Tim Black Wolfpack is dedicated, committed, 10 toes down to reporting the truth, unbiased, and not working for any political party. If that sounds good to you, go to jointimblack.com, become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. Yeah, they talking about me. That's what they talking about. I'm who they're talking about. Or people that look like me. Yeah, Kash, they talking about you. You, Red Dot. They talk about you, brother. They don't like you. They didn't like you because you're the FBI director. Nobody wants problems. Neither do I. And we know the FBI loves to give people problems. But see, Kash Patel, his reaction was that of a natural reaction. He didn't have time to fake it. He didn't like what he heard come out of the mouth of the Utah governor, who said, hey, at first it was okay. It was like, look, I was hoping to somebody from out of state. Why not just leave it there? That's good. You want it to be somebody outside your state. You like to say, my state has good people. We don't shoot people. So that's dumb because they have shootings in Utah. That's a dumb thing to say. But then to say, hey, I wish it was somebody else from somewhere else. You know, like black or Asian or Hispanic or migrant, immigrant or Muslim or trans. Folks, any other person, any other type of people they can make it be. They would be happy with that. That's what you got to know about these people that, look, and this is the Charlie Kirk supporters that have been online that I've been seeing. They were livid, fam. I saw videos on TikTok. They were saying things like, it's going to be a civil war. It's going to be a civil war. We're going to go to war. This what you want to do? This what you want to do? All right, we got you. We got you. You want to do this to Charlie? They start quoting all type of biblical verses about what they're going to do, raining down wrath of vengeance, visiting vengeance to your doorstep. Fam, they called up 7 HBCUs and threatened to bomb them. At least 7. It's probably more because that's when I saw. This is more information I gathered early Friday. It could have grown since early Friday. 7 historically black colleges and universities were threatened that they were going to be bombed, they had to either shut down, shelter in place, or cancel classes because white nationalists, Charlie Kirk supporters, or MAGA supporters, I don't know what they were. I mean, but come on, guys. It wasn't black organizations, right? It wasn't the mean, dangerous black people, right? It wasn't the YNs. And we need to stop buying into that type of language when they calling us that, when they call them referring to my young people like that. I have 2 sons. They're not YNs, they're young men. They're young black American men. That's what they are. Stop buying into bullshit. Stop using the language of the very people that think all of us are garbage. They don't spend time to get to know you. They only like celebrities that this one's special. He's different. He's special. He's different. I wish everybody was like him. You don't know what anybody's like. You hate black people in general. But the point is, they thought it was somebody else. They were praying that it was somebody else. He said the words out loud. And then when it wasn't, and all of a sudden, things have changed. So they went from thinking maybe it was a black person, maybe a Hispanic person. Come on, no one thought it was an Asian. That only happened once at the University of Virginia, wasn't it? I remember it was an Asian dude shot up a university, shot some people in the university. I covered that. It was 2016, 2015. Not saying they're incapable, I'm just saying it doesn't usually happen. Then they went to, maybe it's trans. There's only been like 5 trans shooters in the histories of shootings. Hundreds of shootings, it's been like 5 trans people. And now they're like, it's a trend of trans people coming. Now, I rock with criticizing trans men playing sports with women. Trans women playing sports with biological women, or just women. Let's just call them just women. How about women? How about women? That's what we used to call them. And no one called us racist or nothing. You know how hard it's been to live in this country? Now we're changing everything. But anyway, here's the point. They thought it was going to be black because there wasn't anybody black. They was hoping it was a black, Latino, Asian, Native American, migrant, immigrant, Muslim, trans, and it got all the way down. At the end of the day, it's a white guy. And now they're trying to say the white guy, but he dated a trans. That's how bad it is. And now all of a sudden, no one's talking about Civil War. No one's talking about what's going on. Now nobody wants to crucify the person who did it. No one wants to go after the killer now. No one's talking about going and getting him out to jail. No one's talking about how the hell he do this. No one's talking about, hey, what's up with his parents? What's going on? Because they're red. They are dyed in red Republicans who say they don't even know no leftists. Don't even know no Democrats. They don't socialize with no Democrats. It's red Utah. And all of a sudden, all this talks about how they're going to get even and get violent, all that's calmed down. They real quiet now because it's one of their people. And now here comes the excuses. Now they're saying, but what's going on? What radicalized him? If it would have been a black person, nobody would have asked them what radicalized them. That's because they believe black people are already radical, don't they? Our skin color makes us radical. May the church say amen. To them, a 3-year-old black kid is radical. A 5-year-old, a 7-year-old black kid is radical enough that a white woman can get millions of dollars donated to her just for calling him the N-word and people criticizing her for it. I digress, family. The FBI director, if he was truly going to be a man of the people, maybe he'd really consider what kind of country he's actually policing. I wonder if that will influence his FBI powers. This could not have felt good. Having to sit there while this follically challenged, unmelanated Mr. Mayo basically outs to the world how racist he is. and how he otherizes people that are not white. That's what he just did, fam.
Somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I hoped for. Just because I thought.
Cash Patel looked mad as hell, man. I don't know if I want to mess with dude. Look, Cash. I want the problems. I want the problems. You seem pretty pissed off. He shifted weight on his foot. When somebody shifted weight on their foot like that, usually they're about to cold cock you. They're about to sucker punch you. When a brother does this right here, when someone does this while you're talking, and this guy's got the punchable Tucker Carlson face too.
Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I hoped for. Just because I thought it would make it easier on us if we could just say, hey, we don't do that here. Sadly, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I hoped for. Just because I thought it would make it easier on us if we could just say, hey, we don't do that here. And indeed, Utah is a special place.
It's a special place. That's a place. That's the place where they shot Charlie Kirk in cold blood in front of thousands of people. That's how special it is. Q-tip. Yeah, real special. Spatula face. Yeah. Yeah. Now, for the record, man, if he would have said I wish it was somebody who was not from my state, because I'm ashamed that this person is a resident of the state. That'd have been fine. No one can argue. All types of people live in a state. But when you guys start breaking people up into groups.
I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us. That somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I hoped for.
You know, my prayer was answered. My prayer is that it wasn't a Black American, because we got enough shit going on. Yeah, we got enough going on, fam. It doesn't really matter, because whether we did it or not, somehow our name gets brought up in the conversation. Either we didn't cry hard enough for you, because we all know when white people cry, Black people gotta cry or something's wrong. You know, and they could get away with it. They'd lynch us for not crying with them. Because that's the rule. If a white person is not feeling good, you got to be sick. You know, in the plantation, it was a very common practice that when the master was sick, everybody was sick. Oh, master, we sick? I think Malcolm X talked about this. Oh, master, are we sick? There was no individualism. We were property bought, sold, and controlled. And if the boss wasn't having a good day, if master wasn't having a good day, we wasn't having a good day. If master was upset, we was upset for him. If something was wrong, it was our job to fix it. And if we couldn't fix it, we just wallow in it with it's a bad day. Master not feeling well. I don't feel well because master not feeling well. How I'm going to be happy when master not happy? Gosh. And that's how it still is. Looking over the internet right now, that's what I'm seeing. But yeah. And I think there are other groups as well. Not just Black Americans. I think other groups probably do the same thing. I'm pretty sure if you were undocumented right now, you hoping, man, just stop, don't do nothing. You know? It's like, don't do nothing. Let's get Trump out of office. Don't do nothing. We'll get another Biden in there. Stay down. Keep your head down. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But as a Black American, and I've been Black my whole life, all I can do is speak for myself. Maybe it resonates with some of y'all. When things like this happen, the first thing I think is, God, don't let that be one of us, because we ain't going to hear the end of it. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter if it's one of us, because they find a way to make us a part of the conversation. They found a way to put blame on us, even when it's got nothing to do with us. Now, we didn't have nothing to do with Charlie being offed. It's one white organization versus another white organization, some internal right-wing nonsense, some gang violence, some white-on-white gang violence going on, right? Less than 1% of black people are even involved in that. Maybe Officer Tatum and, Candace Owens and that little short, the vertically challenged guy that's not funny. The little mascot that Trump adopted, the little mascot that puts on wigs and try to mock people, but not funny at all. I forget his name. Doesn't matter. Somehow we get our name brought up in it to the point where HBCUs got threatened to be blown up. And they've done it before. It's not like you can just not take it. It's not as if we shouldn't take that seriously. We have to take it seriously because they get violent and blow up our shit. They get violent and blow up our churches, shoot up our churches, shoot up our shopping centers, or shoot up our grocery centers. This happens. So you can't just be like, oh, Tim, you're exaggerating. No, it actually happens. So, yeah. Utah governor should not be elected governor, but he'll probably be elected governor in a landslide. And they will not hold themselves nor the warring factions against one another, anything not to have a conversation about what the hell is going on in white America. What's going on with the right? And it's disgusting. We're going to get further into it because it's part of another story. I'm going to leave it there, folks. Let me know what you think. I think the Utah governor is garbage. I think Kash Patel was reacting like a normal person reacts to this type of racist nonsense. I'm pretty sure he's been around it before. But just goes to show you, no matter how high you get, they're going to talk down and look down on you, Cash. Had to run out sometime. All them good feelings that Trump put you in that slot. Yeah, that didn't take long. That's what they do to you. That's what they do. He knew you were standing behind him. You think he forgot? I saw him turn and look at you, Cash. Next.
The Tim Black Show streams Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wolfpack.